All right. Let me go to the studio, take the link, throw it in the Discord. Oh, cool. Holy moly, this one got a lot of views. What the heck? I didn't even realize. Hold on, hold on. Let me make this visible. For some reason, this 3-hour live stream got 147 views. That's ridiculous. Um, yeah, I'm gonna hide this for a second. My Discord. Okay, in this one, I'm just going to be figuring out how to create the best glassomorphic tiles that I can. But then what I'm going to do in the next one is um, I'll create like an actual video where I'm explaining what my method was and how you can do something similar. Okay, so excuse me. Okay, we got that going. And then I'm going to pull up in my Figma, I created these designs that I kind of want to go over. And this will actually give me some clues into how I can do that. So, holographic glass is. If I could do this, that would be really cool. But I just don't. Awesome. Did I ever try to make the numbers? Let me try one more. What if I go? If I take the fill from this? Let's delete that. This would actually. It might be cool. Let me see. Bill. That looks really cool. Oh my gosh, that looks cool. And then if we add a little more glow to the containers, maybe we take some of drop shadow and also apply them to the container. I think that's it. Now what if I take this and then I apply this neon? Now I think the dark looks better. Okay. So I don't think we can do the holographic effect, the metal effect. We sure can try. So let me see. Color blend mode. Oh, dude, we just figured it out. Okay. Um, so let's just create a new kind of test. Slide puzzle test. Okay. Okay. Um, this is really annoying. Why can't I? There we go. Okay, so let's run this. Hey, Teos. Good to see you again. Just in case, sometimes people jump in, they can't hear me, and then jump out, so. Just throw it in chat. Okay, so we made the dark mode. You know what? Here's what I'll do first. Let's close this. I'm going to start recording. I'm going to explain how to customize. So we've made a dark mode, but we need to still... Now that we have the dark mode theme, the next step is to customize the elements. Now that we have the dark mode theme, the next step is to customize the elements. Let's see. So let's go into our custom mode and select the puzzle layout. Scroll all the way down to the bottom to find the smallest elements. Let's start with the button. The background color right now is primary 6, but we can change that to button color. Dark theme dot button. Never mind. Let's just not do that. So here's our button. There are a few things we can do to customize it. First, we have the text. And right now it's pulling text from L10. But we can customize that either by putting in our own text, which will now be updated. I don't know why that's not working. Okay, so let's keep it. We can adjust the gap. We could say 30. Let's see if that does anything. What was it, 10? Okay, but here's the... Let's test this first. Let's make this primary 1. Oh. Okay, so before we start, let's go back into the puzzle theme. This is one of the most important steps. Right now, the layout delegate is calling the simple puzzle layout delegate. We want it to call the dark puzzle layout delegate. So first, let's refactor. Do this by pressing Alt Enter. No, sorry. We do this by right-clicking, going to refactor, and then rename. And we're going to call this dark. Dark puzzle layout delegate. That changes the name of everything. When we go back in dark theme, we'll change it here as well. And import dark puzzle layout. Now, we're no longer calling the simple layout, but we're calling the dark theme. So when we go into dark puzzle layout and we start customizing elements, everything will change. So if I take this text, I put a quote around it, now we have this overflow, but we can customize the text and say something like press me. I'll show you a better way to customize text later, but you can change the text here. You could change the gap, which would also cause an overflow. And then you can change this image if you wanted. You could go from shuffle icon to dash atar. Small.png, which I think. Okay. So let's reset that and start changing the colors. We want this button to stand out because it's one of the primary actions. Let's go ahead and do primary 7. And you can see that it automatically updates. It's brighter than everything else and stands out just a little bit. The text color is primary 0. But we can customize that as well. The problem is that this icon is actually an image. So we can't customize the color. It's best to keep this text both for readability and just for the sake of convenience as white. Let's move on up. The next element that we have is the simple puzzle tile. So we can go in here and we can adjust the different qualities of the tiles within the game. So the first thing we can do, we can play around with the border radius. If we make it 0, they become full squares. And if we make it 50 or anything above that, they become circles. So let's keep them as circles. And then he's copying with these properties. So we can also adjust all of these. Right now it has the foreground color as white, but we could actually do we could make this white. We could make this theme.white. I forgot what it's called. We can make specific elements white when they get tapped and they disappear because the text and the background are the same color. Which would be a fun little challenge where you can't remember one of the you can't remember the one that you just pressed. But let's put that back. You could change the hover color, you could change the default color. So what I might do, no, that would be more within the actual theme. But as we scroll up, so we've made the button circular, and as we scroll up, the next thing that we see is the grid view. So this is the actual board where all of the buttons are aligned. And it becomes important if you want to add animations, because right now the buttons are updated within the grid view. But what you eventually want to do is swap this for a stack so that you can animate between positions and not just at specific positions. So let's keep moving up. We have puzzle titles, sorry. So right now the title is Puzzle Challenge, which is defined here. But what we can do is delete that, and we can make it whatever we want. So we could say dark mode, and it'll update. Simple puzzle board. So this is the grid view. We've already seen that. The title, and then we slowly start building up more and more. So the start section contains all of the elements within here. So everything above the actual puzzle tile. Then there's the tile builder, which takes care of this. Board builder, which is that middle section. There's a background builder, which is actually everything here. And then dash is in the foreground. If we go back to simple, you can see dash is in the background and everything else is in the foreground. And I can show you how to customize that if you want, but that's going to be within the actual puzzle page. So there's a start section, an end section, which is going to be shuffle. And then there's the actual puzzle, which is right here. And if you go onto desktop, it will have the start section on the left side. It'll have the puzzle in the middle. And then it will have the shuffle icon, or it'll have the final column, the end section on the right. And that's just the way that it's built, and that's defined through the responsive gap. But so now we've really identified all of the elements that you would need to customize to create your own theme. So in the next video, I'll just be showing you how to create them. Okay, got that. Now the next thing. Figure out how to make this. Put myself back up. This is what we're going to be going after, is this holographic effect. So let's go back into the code, and what we're going to do let's take dark mode. Actually, I can just customize it within this. So the first thing that we need to define are all the colors. How is that a radial gradient? Let's see. Let's start by turning these into actual squares. And I just realized I said I would start with glassomorphism. So we will be doing that. So let's go within the dark theme. And we're going to change the button color to colors.transparent. Oh, that's the button color. Whoops. So the default color needs to be transparent. And then here's how we're gonna create that effect. So actually, I just remembered it's not actually transparent. It's puzzle colors. The background color is blue primary. Blue primary dot width opacity. And the opacity is going to be maybe 0.05. Which you won't notice anything right now. Instead of, let's do white. I'm gonna close the blinds. Okay. Let's undo that. Keep it as blue primary. Let me see if anyone has a tutorial on this.
You can easily train yourself to listen faster. If you are able to listen fast, you can
to code mode. So today we are going to take a look at this new design called Glassomorphism. So this is a fairly new design and it is supposed to be better and accessible than the trend on 2020 that was new morphism. So when I was browsing, I found this article on Medium, and this article describes the Glassomorphism design on a very detailed manner. We are trying to emulate this design, and to emulate this design, it is very easy. And even if you are a beginner, you can continue with this tutorial. And I leave the Medium link on the description box, so you can also check it out.
Okay, so this guy, I still don't know. I always thought it was Melchizedek, but so this guy's like an insane designer. He coined the term neumorphism as well as glassomorphism, and it's just he's insane. Um, it's often overused on dribble. That's so true. One point semi-transparent outline to simulate a glass edge. Getting the glassomorphism treatment. How to achieve this effect. When the object opacity okay, so the fill opacity needs to be dropped. Okay. So first let's do this. Here's how to change your background color within a Or I guess it's more so like, here's how to change your background color from a single color to a gradient in your puzzle challenge. Now I'm going to cheat and I'm going to go into the Flutter inspector. Sometimes this helps. You press Command click, then all of a sudden it loads. Let's see what the puzzle page has. Here's the scaffold. So we locate the scaffold within the puzzle page dart, and the background color, we're going to find that. So right now it's color theme background color. And we're going to change this within the box decoration to a gradient. And we'll do a linear. I'm just going to pull up some inspiration from Dribble. Okay, I kind of like this, so I'll show you. This is a I'll just show you my other screen real quick. I went on to egggradients.com and they have all these ones. I kind of like I kind of like fraudulent election. These are horrible names. Ooh, the deep water is kind of cool. Lie detector. Let's go with Jack Dorsey's stock. So let's start with this. The hash symbol is going to be oh gosh, I think it's colors, and then you create a list. Let me see. It is a list. Okay. So color, and then you just do 0xff and paste this. Now we have our first color. We're going to take that, go after the 0xff, and paste this. And now you've got this cool kind of background gradient that sticks with the dark mode theme. But then here's what we can do is let's change the alignment of it. No, we're gonna do again is gonna be top left, and end is gonna be top bottom. So now it's like that. And you can see now we've got this little glassomorphic effect. So let's start upping that by changing the quality of the glass itself, which is going to be back in you know what? I gotta stop recording. So now we have this background. Add this back. Okay. Oh, okay. So 1 pixel border. So we're going to go into the puzzle board, locate the tiles. Wait. Sorry. We're done with that. We're going to go back into this. Okay, so we're going to go into the puzzle layout, go almost all the way to the bottom to where you see simple puzzle tile. And then we have text button here. So first thing we're going to do, let's put this back to like 10. So you've got these nice tiles. Border radius. What qualities are in a text button? You do box decoration? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Let's comment all of this out. And we're going to return a container. There's nothing there, but here's how we're gonna do it. First, let's add does it have a width and a height specified? Width. Oh. So it passes size. So we're gonna do width and then take let's just add the text for now. So, and we're actually gonna just gonna take this. We're just gonna take this text from right here. Whoops. I think that's right. So now we have this. With so that doesn't matter. The container is taking up the right amount of space, but the text is in the upper right corner. So what we're going to do is wrap it in the center. Now everything's back to normal. And we can start decorating these containers. So we're going to add a box decoration and start specifying the elements that we need. So color is going to be white with opacity. The opacity is going to be 0.05. Okay. I think that's about right. Nothing happened. So first let's keep going with the decoration. Let's do border radius. And we're going to do okay, so we have a similar looking tile to what we originally had. We're going to do a there. I actually don't even know what border is looking for. I want this 1 pixel width. Const border. All right. I'm going to look into this real quick. Border.alt. Okay, that's what it is. Color is going to be white. And then width is going to be 1.0. Holy moly. That looks horrible. So we want white dot with opacity. Let's do 0.5 for now. Too much. It's not bad. That's perfect. Actually, maybe a little too much. There we go. So you don't really want it to go crazy. It just prefers non-final. Okay, so now we have this. But for the glassomorphism, we really... Okay. Maybe 1.5. I think that's fine. And then... Okay, so the object should be fully visible, but the fill should be the thing that's transparent. And they do 50%? Really? This guy is great. Honestly, if you're trying to up your design, you should watch this guy.
Oh shit, here we go again.
So remember last year when I kind of accidentally came up with this whole new morphism thing? Yeah, I'm sorry to say that this story is going to repeat itself this year. When I see a design trend and it doesn't have a name, I usually try to think of ways to actually define it a little bit better and possibly give it a name too. So that happened with me naming morphism last year in December. So there's another trend that's really getting popular right now, and I decided to call it glassomorphism. That's because it kind of imitates the look of frosted glass and so you can just blur it again. And now I simply make this whole thing bigger and position it so we have a really nice tonal gradient as the background. Now let's draw a rectangle, change the background color to white, and for now let's turn off the border completely. Then let's go to blur, select background blur, and nothing happens. That's because our object is not transparent yet, so even though it's blurring the background underneath, you can't really see it. So the logical thing to do would be to decrease the opacity, right? Well, in a way, but it doesn't really work that way. Because if you just decrease the opacity of the object, as you can see when I duplicate the object, it doesn't really blur the lines underneath. It just shows a lower opacity, but the background blur just completely doesn't work. So we need to actually increase the opacity to 100% and decrease the opacity of the fill. That way we'll have the background blur. So the next step is to simulate the last edge, and we do it by creating a 1 pixel border.
Okay. So let's just stick with that. See, even that, in my opinion, is too high. I think something like that is better. And then let's start styling the text. Style, text, style. And we're going to do a size of no, font size got passed. So boom. Color, we'll do whoa, that looks horrible. Let's do white. Yeah, that looks great. Weight is going to be bold. And let's do W600. Light, medium, regular, semi-bold. And let's do white too. No, we're gonna do white. So we have white. And then what else do we have? I'll just make them extra thick. Honestly, that looks pretty good. And that way you've got the gradient that bleeds through, which is pretty nice. But then you've got all these harsh kind of lines through it. Oh, did I change the background color for all of them? That's funny. Well, it doesn't matter that much.
Order, that's complete.
Get out of this. Nobody else has joined, but here we go. So we have a background blur. I hate when that happens. Let's see.
It's great having image support in Flutter, loading images as assets or over a network. But what if you want to tweak those images in some way, adding rotation, skew, or even blur? Flutter gives you a simple way to do just that, using a combination of the image filter class and the backdrop filter widget. the backdrop filter widget takes an image filter and a child as parameters, and applies the filter to widgets beneath the child.
Let's
First,
see what the blend modes are. Okay, whatever. So we've got this nice glassomorphic tile. We could actually add a little bit of a box shadow. I think this one is in a list. Can you do box shadow? Is that right? Yeah, that is right. Okay. Box shadow color. Color's black 12. Offset, we want X. 0,2. And a blur radius. We want 2.0. Okay, and that actually pops pretty nice. So now the last thing we gotta do is add the gesture detector. And widget. And we're gonna do on tap. And we're just gonna take the on pressed function and we're gonna put it in right here. The heck. And now we should have a working tile puzzle with a glassomorphic design. We can shuffle it. Some things I would change. Just looking at it now, this doesn't need to be that bold of text. So going into the text, I would probably make this semi-bold. Let's do regular bold. I like that. The edges really help it stand out in the brighter sections. Honestly, I think this is actually pretty good. I might drop the opacity a little bit. So maybe do 10. And see, that gives it, in my opinion, gives it a little bit cleaner of a. And then if there's a way we could add a little bit of a blur, I would love to do that.
Decide what type of filter you'd like, blur or matrix, which
Let me see if I can add that. This is only for images.
is used for transforms. Selectively blurring
Oh, so I can actually wrap the child? Backdrop filter. Filter is going to be Sigma X 600, Sigma Y 1000. Oh, It is blurring it. You can see the blur. I don't know what I just did. Okay, so plus that. It made everything disappear except for 11. Flutter, blur, container. Okay, so you need to make it a stack. So for now, I think we're fine. This works. We'll call it. That's a basic glassomorphism. I think I'll probably for people. But let's do that. Okay. Been about an hour, right? Yeah, hour 15. Honestly, that looks pretty good. What I really want to do is figure out how to get metallic text or metallic containers. Um, I really like that one. I think that one is just so cool. But let's make some metallic looking. No, a metallic background is what we want. Something like this. Wait, I can actually. They have blend modes, don't they? Let me just see with the box decoration. Background blend mode. Okay. So we may have to create a stack for each of these. That gives you the metallic looking, I don't know what you call it. First, let me see if I can. Here's a grid view. What calls simple puzzle board? Simple puzzle board. Okay. And then what calls build board builder? It's got to be in the dark theme. So then it must be in puzzle page. Hmm. Okay. So the next thing I want to show you how to do is create this kind of metallic looking background. And we're going to figure this out together. So we're going to do it for the background of the tile puzzle. So we go into puzzle page layout. And we are going to go into the board builder. and wrap this grid view. And we're going to wrap this grid view in a container. And this container is going to have a color, which for now is just going to be gray. Yeah, we can do white. And then let's add a padding. Let's add a padding to all of 25. Okay, that makes everything smaller. It doesn't make what we want bigger. Oh. That just gives it a little bit of space to work with. And now what we're going to be doing is, first let's change this color. The container is not actually going to have a color. It is going to have decoration. And there's going to be a gradient. And it's going to have colors. And the colors are going to be zero xff. Okay. What does it need? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did it this way. Let's try it this way. Let's mix up the colors a little bit. Okay. Oh, I'm not. Dang it. So let's. Okay. Let's do this. And I actually think I want a linear gradient. And we're getting to a point. iPhone spelling is wrong. What is this? How do I search wrong spelling and string like I have a string? Hosting, are you trying to make your own, what is it? Spell check? The ways to do that with the way I was told. But my guess to use a to already have a list of all words and then use a tree. Is that how you spell try? A tree? Try? Data. Yeah. Use a tree to validate to something like that. I don't know. Oh, I forgot to reply to him. Okay, so we've got that. Let's keep going on this. So now we are going to Okay. What actually defines Okay, so the layout builder. Um okay, so the stack has this. And then a new container. Radial gradient, and we just want 0xff. No, it's an angular. Oh gosh, what kind of gradients do you have? Let's see. Okay, so it is a sweep gradient. Yep. And then we're going to do background blend mode. Different. What if I do this? What if I do child? And then put the container in. That's it. Okay, okay. So I don't even need the stack. Okay, so the child is this container. And then no padding. No padding. But we do want a child. And the child is going to be the grid view. Okay. Okay. And then this is so cool. Hold on. And then we're going to take this again. And that should fix it. So now and this one I think is going to be similar. So we're going to add the same box decoration, but this time instead of the blend mode being different, it's going to be screen. We got it. And then within this one, let's just do Mm. Let's go back to these tiles and actually do like a dark glassomorphism. So we can do black. And then instead of that, we can also do black. And we're going to add some padding to the final container. And it's going to be look at that. To me, that's just so cool. Let's try like 5.0. Wow. Now the accessibility on this is is atrocious. But we got that cool metal look. And it really wasn't that hard. So I am stoked for that. What are we at? Hour and a half? Yeah. Hour 45. I'm gonna run, take a break real quick, and I'll be back. Okay, nobody here, that's fine. Let's see what this is. Oh, I don't like that at all. I don't know if I like that. I can't believe I did that on stream. It's only been an hour and a half, and like all these designs that I've been making, I'll show you real quick. All these designs were just flying through them. This one isn't going to take more than a second because there's already a plugin for it. But maybe I'll just make it from scratch. I don't know. But what the heck? We got through all of this. I think we start using custom painter. You know what? No. I'm actually going to call it quits. Thanks for watching the stream. For anyone who does, I hope that this helps you. We've got some Glassomorphism here. We've got, you know, this metallic UI, which can be really, really cool, in my opinion, for anything that's like kind of future funk. A lot of crypto websites have been using this metallic design to really show like how futuristic and innovative they are. So yeah, thanks again for watching. Take care.